Joseph Crew here is on March 12, 2020. And I said this before and I said it again. I've been looked, and that's just called about last night's game has been suspended. That means the NHL, that goes to the NHL and Major League Soccer and Major League Baseball and the NHL. And also, last but not least, this year's NCAA March Madness is officially canceled because of this coronavirus. Make it had impact on sports. It had impact the whole stuff's going on. Last night it happened and then it happened again. President Donald Trump has been suspend all the bans of this whole virus thing, but the president Donald Trump has look Asia and all the countries to come for to U.S. for coming to U.S. Last night, NBA Commissioner David Stern said last night that he has suspended the 2019-20 NBA season, and it's going on and on. After that, and the Jazz game, so it's like the Utah's Jazz player who had coronavirus, and they had to go for the checkup, but will be fine. Meanwhile, the NHL has been suspended as well. And also, the plans for the WWE WrestleMania 36 will be canceled or postponed. And for folks around the world, I know there has been a very, very tough day. And so for all the sports, I know you love sports. I know you love want to go to baseballs. And also, they don't even remember. But we just learned that March Madness of this year's NCAA March Madness has been canceled because all the stuff that's going on is for the coronavirus. They also suspend the main MLS soccer, and they also suspend MLB baseball, as I believe. NASCAR race drivers will racing allowed to this Sunday without fans. And the homestead in Miami on NASCAR on March 24th has been postponed. Things have happened like this. It sucks. Really sucks for real. I have seen this once and for all we have seen so far. So here it was. There was a funding change in the United States proportions to the coronavirus. Thursday explains as why we began with most men's basketball conference tournaments being played with the NCAA tournament canceled. Following the changes, and you can see why baseball closed spring training compliance, and why the PGA Tour should stop in spiritual event, the Players Championship immediately. We begin the day thinking about Dr. over Commander's safety measures. We unite card in the most in our national state of mind. Certainly, eliminating laws gathering and washing our hands at once was enough. The nation collectively got terrified, not to mention that we will be that will be for the best. How this how did this affect sports? Well, when we were just worried about following doctor's orders, it made sense to hold the NCAA tournaments in nearly empty arenas. Those will be smaller gatherings to limit person to person in sport. Closing the arenas was a huge prospective measures. Remember, as of Tuesday, almost nobody was ready to do it, but we are beyond that now. The country finally realized We not only had no idea how big this pandemic will become, we had no idea how big it is right now. We had conducted a full test and insight about the number of cases in this country is several bugs. Amazing somebody is saying the Lakers have won 12 games this season. Then the man that only watches the first month will be considering that a real stat. That's what is happening with coronavirus. We're not testing enough, so we don't know what the real numbers are. But we can ensure that are approximately higher than what has been reported. This correct feel, as it should. Once Utah Jazz Ruby Gobert and Donovan Mitchell contacted the coronavirus, and Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau went into some imposing installation in a House Department helping estimate more than 100,000 Ukrainians had the virus. We had to admit it. This is probably anywhere in North America already. Asking students to participate in the very sport that Goldberg and Michelle play felt outrageous. And some university leaders around the world country decided they couldn't be cautious enough. They canceled pretty much everything so quickly that it was hard to keep track of which dominoes fell first. There was no more cost benefit analysis, no more studying or doctor's orders. It was just cancel, cancel, cancel. A few days ago, NCAA tournaments felt too big to cancel, but now there was the urge to do as much as we could for peace of mind as much as everything. Whatever you do, don't go halfway. This is what happens outside of sports, too, or how a government might divine was the licensure himself as much as any politician during this crisis. Closed schools for the whole state. Other states followed. Soon volunteering all schools in the country may be closed. Broadway is shut down. Disneyland is closed. Concert tours have been canceled or will soon. So now it's just not about following doctor's orders. The United States of America had paused every day. And yeah, and they said, yeah, it's Mike Hockey, and it's Mike Hockey said, yeah, soccer should have done this a long time ago before the virus. So they're all canceled. They're going to be canceled soccer anyway. Yeah, thanks, Mike. Thanks, Coach. You're right about that. And they should be canceled all that. Patton RT3 sister that says it's absolutely accurate. And he said no one watches soccer anyway. So that's okay. NASCAR's still racing, thank goodness. So I think NASCAR will probably gonna race without fans this Sunday in Atlanta. Okay. In that inverted, you just can't hold a major sporting event. You look interesting and absolutely, and you embarrass yourself. The NBA and NHL and MLB all get that now. In 2 or 3 weeks, they will hopefully know how widespread COVID-19 is. And if the nation has calmed down, then they just reserve their plans. This is why the PGA Tour should do the only zero thing and hold the Players Championship all week. The tour has been the last sports organization to find coup. The entire first round Thursday was playing foreign spectators. The tour finally announcing Thursday that it will play without spectators starting Friday. And for foreseeable future, that will be fine if we all just following doctor's orders. Unlike basketball players, golfers don't have to touch each other. They don't lose each other's equipment. they can and leisurely to do travel in small, very small partners. If there are no spectators, the best golfers in the world can practice properly at social distancing and play full rounds of golf. But doing that now is like being lo decade to the funeral. It's unseemly, regulatory, and too late. The country has decided that the coronavirus is probably our top priority, and now there are so many tests to dispose of it, and people call it money, and it just feels wrong to have anybody else's property bigger than a 20-foot putt. The autonomy are just not that hard to reschedule. The tour could finish the playoffs in a few months if Austin National says the Masters if is now scheduled for October, then guess what? Tiger and friends will still show up. We will still watch. This year's NCAA tournaments, sadly, are lost forever. This is a greater loss than a potential canceling NBA or NHL season because the best players in those sports get paid very well and have long careers. College basketball players get multiple cracks at a lifetime memory. Thursday was a terrible day for them, one they will never forget. Nobody wants to see this, but everybody should understand what happened. And that was it. And there you have it. Okay, I get it. So what's the point? Okay? They're not gonna be able to they- they're not gonna be able to play this season because of the coronavirus. To hell with the coronavirus. I don't like to say, but we just have to live on with it. And and Peyton says, what are restaurants doing to keep everyone safe? I think they should, and I really don't know. I really don't know, Peyton. They said, I'm not sure. I have to watch and see, and maybe. And they said, what are the restaurants doing to keep everyone safe? Well, I just said, I said the restaurants, and I gotta say this. This is the craziest day in 2020. It's 2020, and it's still going. And it's just like, yeah, do they want to keep anything safe? I say, well, I guess so, Peyton. I guess so. So anyway, sad day for the NCAA basketball, and nothing we really can do about it. The Duke didn't want to play because of coronavirus, and Donald Trump tweeted, and it says 108 countries are dealing with the coronavirus problem, so of which we are happy, and they want to keep America and sometimes Donald Trump administration wants to keep America safe. So now I am. So now last night Donald Trump suspends travel for Europe, which it is now or last night, and it says Donald Trump suspends travel from Europe for 30 days as part of response to foreign coronavirus. And it also happened when on January the 17th when things got warm. And it says Donald Trump announced that a ban on travels to the United States from Europe will be in place for the next 30 days in an attempt to stand the spell of the coronavirus pandemic, calling coronavirus a foreign virus. Trump attacked Europe for not taking the same actions to control the disease that he had. As a result of Europe's inaction, Trump said a large number of cases of coronavirus was seeded by travelers from Europe. Trump also announced that he would ask Congress for legal action to provide payroll tax relief, as well as other measures for several groups in passing by the virus. In introducing the legislation, Trump said he would assess the Small Business Administration to provide capital and liquidity to small business. Trump said the ban will apply only to concurrents in the scale economy and travel zone, and that the United States, Kingdom, and England will be extended. He also later clarified in a tweet that cargo goods and will not be affected by the ban. The U.S. Commissioner did not immediately have a comment on Trump's announcement. U.S. stock futures fell sharply as Trump concluded his speech, with Dow Jones Industry average futures trading more than 600 points lower. Those losses were added to the 30-stock advantage that decided on Wednesday that put it more than 20% below its record high from just last month. The developments about the disease quickly overtook the president's message. Moments after Trump concluded his address, superstar actor Tom Hanks announced he and his wife, Widow Russo, had tested positive for coronavirus. The NBA on Wednesday night announcing it would suspend its season until further notice, and after a Utah Jazz player testing positive for virus. Wednesday's market losses were driven in part by a new declaration by the World Health Organization that coronavirus has reached pandemic levels. Yes, as the virus increased spread through the United States by community transmission, it is not at all clear that travel restrictions can incentivize the impact of spread. Straining travel restrictions imposed on inbound flights from China to contain the coronavirus outbreak become invalid in a pandemic because you can't keep out the entire world. Dr. Anthony Fauci of the Director of National Instruction Energy and Infectious Business Diseases told CNBC's Squad on the Street last month. Start in the street last month, and when when it was forced when it was focusing only on China, we had a period of time, temporarily, that we could do a travel restriction that prevented cases from coming into the U.S. President said, we have multiple countries involved. It's very difficult to do. In fact, it's almost impossible. More than 1,200 cases have been diagnosed in the United States, but there are at least 118,000 cases worldwide. As market troubled worldwide afternoon, Trump met with representatives of the nation's biggest banks to discuss economic response to the pandemic. Now, the president said silently that he is open to a wide range of stimulus proposals, but did not unveil any new plans. Attendance included Bank of America CEO Brian McConnell, followed by Wells Fargo CEO Charlie Shep Blackstone. The White House has struggling. The White House has struggled to its executive caution plans to start the spread of virus. The president has coordinated back and forth between insensitive coronavirus is no worse. And the common flu and demanding the Congress pass thus infraction election, including a personal payroll tax holiday. And that was it. And there's more. And while Trump's proposed Wednesday night, a payroll tax holiday is likely to face significant pushback in Congress, policymakers in the Democrat-controlled House. Senate Democrat earlier Wednesday unveiled more than a dozen critical measures. People focused intentionally like federal funding for local unemployment insurance has measured a little. Senator Holland, Dr. Miller has called the idea a non-starter. On Wall Street, the coronavirus indicting itself off reaching new day levels as innovation grappled with the rapid spread of the virus as well as uncensored around the financial response to call slower economic growth for the outbreak. Don Jones is dissing Nevis told me. Well, anyway, and how it is for what? For what? Okay. Blah blah blah. I can't agree on that. But look, it's not gonna go away. Trump said it will ban all travels for 30 days and ships cruise for 60 days. It has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with it. We ain't got nothing to do with the coronavirus. For the bad news is for this, bad news for the sports war. The NCAA March Madness is canceled. NBA season is canceled. NHL hockey season is canceled. MLS soccer is canceled. And Major League Baseball may be canceled. And for all because the sad time is, look, it is a sad time here in mid-March, here in March Madness. The ACAA tournament decided to cancel, and they had a decision, and they finally got it. So, to hell with coronavirus. Look, I know it sounds scary, but we have to protect ourselves. We have to protect ourselves, and all we have to do. And just remember, wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Remember that. Our own protection. It's your own protection. We do even know, but I gotta know and I gotta say this. People get sick every time they have flu. We see 38 people die of coronavirus, 38 deaths. And people were scared, but they tell them not to panic. Just stay home. If you're sick, stay home for 14 days, 2 weeks. Don't go outside. Stay indoors if you're sick. And you know what? And guess what? You might have to continue. Hopefully, when summertime comes and when it gets harder and harder, the coronavirus will go away. That's all it matters. So please, wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Do not touch your face at all. Just wash your hands and also use sanitized water. Because I remember that day when a friend, they said there's no toilet paper, there's no water paper at all. But we need to take bear all the sun for real. So anyway, well, that's all I have to say for now. This is all about the. This is real. This is real. This is not a joke. This is an case of an emergency. Just stay safe and be careful. That's all I had to say. This is Joseph Crudup, and I hopefully I won't be able to go to the. I hope this is. I hope that this is not a bad time for the bar, but they said it's gonna get worse until it gets better. And this Saturday I'm going to my dad's funeral. The funeral, my dad's funeral starts Saturday at 11 o'clock. And I'll be right back this Monday to talk about it. The struggle will continue until it gets better, until further notice. Till then, I'm Joseph Crudup. Have a good night, everybody. Good night.